has finally warmed up and I am so excited for the spring weather. I have some projects outside that I've planned, and I also thought it would be a great time to bring out my Opuntia pads and plant them up. Now I've had these for about a month, so even if they were freshly cut when I ordered them, the ends have already calloused over beautifully, and they look like they're ready to be potted up. Now this is, I'm going to keep it in dry soil for about another month probably, and in a month I'll start watering. But I have 4 pots here, and I have very heavily perlighted, I don't even know if that's a verb, but I've added a lot of perlite into my soil mix. And the reason this is good is that it is a light mix and the roots are going to be able to spread. So this is going to be wonderful for the plant. And on top of that, of course, cacti like well-draining mixes. So perlite is your friend, and that is why I have put such a heavy concentration in here. So this just won't take long at all. All you do is fill up your pot about halfway, and then you take your Opuntia pad. This one is the Opuntia violacea. This side is really purple, so I think that must have been getting a lot of sun on its plant where it came from, and I'm so excited about that. I actually lost one of these, so this is a replacement, and it is a gorgeous one. And I have really thickly lined gloves on. The glochids on all Opuntias, but particularly this batch, are really dangerous. So, and it's all over the towel. This towel will have to be thrown away. Luckily it was being used for car washing, so I'm not gonna lose anything too valuable, but just be careful if you ever wanna plant pads. Wear your best gloves. And in fact, when I was unpacking these, somehow they all got in my clothes, and I had to change my clothes, and all day I was feeling very prickly. I know it sounds silly, but what I've done here is I've just put this very, oh, here's a little sempervivum here. I'll put that in a pot. What I've done here is put this very airy mix all around it, and I've covered about the bottom third. And I may have to put a stone there because the mix is so light, and until it gets watered in about a month, it may need a little help standing up in that light mix. So I just have 3 more to do. And this couldn't be any easier, guys. And then once these take root this summer, I would imagine it even starts putting out some pups and more pads all across the top. And we'll just have to see what happens. And when that does come about, you will know that your plant has put out roots. Now that's more like halfway in there, but you just want to make sure that it's going to be steady in the pot. And now I just have these 2 more. Oh, I'm very careful to keep the tags with it, especially if you're planting up multiple plants and maybe these plants are new to you. I'm going to make sure I just pop that little tag in there. And okay, it's time for the Opuntia Kappa. Let's see. This is the Opuntia Kakahapa. This one is going to be a huge plant. And these came from Arizona. They were an eBay find, and it was a mix of pads. You may have seen my first video when I unboxed them. But I have a feeling these plants are outdoor plants, and I'm going to end up with some huge Opuntias. And I do have some beaver tail cacti that are huge, and it was the same type of situation. I think they were from an outdoor variety. And I'm definitely going to prop those up with some rocks. And I'm just planting the last one up. And believe it or not, even in these very lined gloves, a prickle has made its way through, and I am feeling the pain. So I knew it would be dangerous, but if you're like me and you love cacti, it's worth it. Now I'm really got my fingers crossed on this one. It looks like it was a little bit damaged here. but we'll see how it does now that it's planted up. So one last thing, the reason you want to keep it dry at first is, the first reason is you want to make sure those end cuts have really calloused. The other reason is the plant will send out roots looking for water. So even when I do start to water these, I'm going to want to let them dry out so that those roots stretch out in the pot looking for water. And that's all there is, guys. They're all planted up, and I couldn't be happier. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that these all do really well. And I'm so happy to have some more Opuntia. They're just beautiful, easy plants. Thanks for tuning in.